What if I told you that the biggest improvements in my life didn't come from big goals or major life overhauls? The truth is, small daily habits made the biggest difference, especially having to juggle 9 to 5, staying active, responsibility, and just trying to stay sane. And no, I'm not talking about the wake up at 4 a.m. or taking ice baths kind of advice. I'm talking about practical, low effort habits that actually fit into in my real adult life. Like my 5-minute morning habit that gets my body and mind going, for example. Or one simple bedroom rule that massively improved my sleep quality. These 9 small habits might seem minor, but together, they've helped me go from feeling burnt out and reactive to actually feeling focused, productive, and in control of my life. So let me just show you what they are, and hopefully they can do the same for you. So here they are. 1. A 5-minute morning brain dump, or some people call it journaling. Sure. But just spending 5 minutes writing down what's on your mind, what's maybe bothering you, or what's been you've been pondering, or what you have to do for that day. Just jotting them down on the paper, getting it out of your head and onto the paper is like magic because it gives you this clarity, but also this sense of peace. I highly suggest you try it out. After spending that 5 minutes with a brain dump, just write 1 or 2 things you're going to focus on today that you say, if I do this today, by the end of the day, I had a successful day. Don't make it a long list because life is busy as it is. And before you know it, 1,000 things come in between. So just having 1 or 2 specific goals will help you refocus yourself as the day goes on. Number 3, drinking half a liter of water as soon as you wake up. You've been sleeping for quite a few hours, hopefully 8, so your body is dehydrated. So that water will just hydrate you, get things moving again, and will make you feel better, or feel great. Number 4, going for daily walks. So you could do it maybe in the morning, after you've eaten something. That's a great time to go for a short walk because it helps with digestion. Or at the end of the day, just to unwind and just work through your thoughts and review the day. Those are great things to do. But going for walks, it's healthy, gets you moving, and just feels good after you've done the walk. Number 5, only touch an item once. What do I mean by that? When you get home from work or when you've been out and you take off your clothes, for example, you take off your shirt or you take off your pants. I used to put it on one of what the people will sometimes call the clothing couch or the clothing chair, where you put all your clothing pieces there. I don't do that anymore. I try to, as soon as I take off my clothing, I put them in the right place. For example, if I take out my belt, I put my belt back where it should be. I do not want to put my belt on the table, for example, for a little bit, and later, before the night ends, I'll have to touch the belt again and put it away. So as soon as you get home, for example, and you have the item in your hand, put it in its rightful place so you don't have to do it later again. Same goes for example, your keys when you walk in the house. If you have a place for it, put it there. Don't put it elsewhere that later you have to replace it and put it in the right place. So just touch the item once and then be done with it. Let's go for number 6. Have a dedicated spot for everything, as much as you can. For example, I just mentioned the keys. When you get home, have a plate maybe at the entrance of your house or where you can hang it up. You always, as soon as you get home, you put the keys there. Always the same spot. The shoes, when you get home, take off your shoes, put it in the shoe rack. Right there. Always. Why? Because I've noticed when I don't do it, well, now I usually do it, but when I used to not do it, then when you're trying to leave, you don't know where your keys are. And you're trying to rush because you're maybe a bit late, you're trying to leave the house, and you can't find the keys because you don't remember where you placed it. super frustrating, super frustrating. And it makes your day less efficient and thus effective. Because at some point, after the looking for your keys for 3-4 minutes, you're agitated, you're going to be less enjoyable to other people. No one wins. So have a dedicated spot for everything, for your keys, for your shoes, for your shirts, for the cable, your phone cable, whatever it may be. Try to choose a place where you always put it. It makes life more efficient and more effective, and makes you less grumpy when it comes down to it. By the way, if this is helpful, just hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I dive into stuff like this every week. Number 7, clean the kitchen as I'm cooking. So I think that's a great thing that I've learned recently. When you're cooking, as you're cooking, make sure that you also clean the dishes that you just used, or put them away in the dishwasher as you're cooking, because when you're done cooking, you're also done cleaning. And so the kitchen is clean, your food is done, and the kitchen is clean. So you don't have to leave the kitchen a mess and then come back to clean it up. You can do it in most cases at the same time while you're cooking. Hey, and I'd love to know, what's one small habit that you have that has impacted your life more than you expected? Please write it in the comment, and I might feature it in the next video. But I'm very curious to know what is one habit of yours that really helped you. Number 8, go to bed early and at the same time every day. So in my case, for example, I'm less productive during in the evenings. Okay. Some people feel they're more productive at night. I'm not one of those. So at night, I try to go to bed early, so I'm sure to have enough hours that I can sleep. I have more time to unwind, and then I'm more likely to wake up refreshed at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. whenever I wake up to face the day. And I feel that I didn't waste the night because, well, I'm not very productive anyway, or not very focused, and I get to wake up refreshed, and so I can make the best of my day. And number 9, when you go to bed, place the phone elsewhere in a different room. So when you go to bed, make sure you don't have any electronics in your room, and put the phone elsewhere, just because it could vibrate. Looking at your phone or staying on your phone and watching social media is something that you likely want to do more. If the lights at night, if you have to go to the toilet at night and you look at the bright light, you might get notifications. It might wake you up. I've noticed since I've been placing my phone outside in a different room every day, every night when I go to bed, I am much more able to fall asleep faster. And also, it's much less distracted. The moment you put it physically elsewhere as well, it's much less likely that you take it up real quick to do whatever. And also, you can just focus on going to bed, sleeping, and just taking that time for rest. If you're serious about improving the quality of your life and building better habits, don't stop here. Watch the next video. That's all I try to do is to share ways where you can improve your life one small step at a time.